Hello everybody, hope you're all well today. I'm sticking to these end of the month updates to you, even though I'm quite conscious that post-Omicron, post-invasion of Ukraine, I've had increasingly fewer upbeat, positive, cheery things to say to you. But we're here, and that's something. It's all been happening. I hope you coped through that crazy heat wave. It was entertaining to see all the news stories about changing school uniform policies and outrage over forced blazer and tie wearing in the extreme heat. I just don't know how we'll cope when these things last more than 2 days. But it's great to see that the weather is back to business as usual, which, if it weren't for extreme price inflation, sterling tanking, travel chaos, the impending energy price cap disaster, supply chain squealing, market consolidation, and no one in particular really running the country right now, I think we'd say that, yeah, it's business as usual, because I am hearing lots of reports of confidence out there, busyness, and pretty decent trading in the circumstances. And we're really well stocked on general schoolwear with good turnaround on embroidery. But I don't do these videos to try and sell to you. I know in my early days of doing my views letters, I did them maybe to try and be a bit market controversial, but I've grown up a bit since then. So I've no intention of stirring things up. But what I will say is that when I came into this market many, many years ago now, and we were talking then about big schoolwear businesses getting bigger, small ones getting smaller. But in an analogy to TV, I guess, it seems unlikely that we'll move to a time when we go to just 4 channels, when we've got a full cable, satellite and streaming service option available to us. And really what it looks like in schoolwear is that the blended supply chain is in full swing. And independent specialist retail is really well placed to respond positively to the challenges of being in business right now. And let's face it, there is no one size fits all for schools. And here are reports of schools who've withdrawn from outsourced national caterers, for example, and reverted to local food provision to cope with current pressures. It really demonstrates it's not an inevitable direction of travel. And as we celebrate 40 years of David Luke this year, I always think it's worth remembering Adrian Luke's sentiment that there is enough business for everyone. Those most aligned to the school communities will continue to be those best able to supply what they need. And we know needs have been changing quite rapidly when we think about the current cost of living crisis. So being close to understand the impact would seem absolutely vital. And if you do want some support on needs for reduced costs on items, I did say I wasn't going to sell to you, but hopefully you saw our mailer yesterday with lots of new discounts on the clearance section of the trade website. And speaking of our trade website, which has always evolved and we've continued to invest in since we launched it 10 years ago, we'll continue to add new features during this coming month, all aimed at supporting you with more live information, tracking facilities, your made to order requirements through there, and monitoring the progress of orders so you know where things are up to with your bespoke items. So please look out for details coming through. There's lots more than I've just said there. So we're almost at the business end of the season now. Well done for still going strong through the backdrop of all we're dealing with. I'll speak to you again when we're in the eye of the storm, back to school, and all the best with managing everything over the next few weeks. Take care, and I'll see you soon.